About 22 years ago, I remember waking up in the middle of the night in November and I had a panic attack over something very trivial about how many pencils there were in the church. That should have told me something was wrong. But I began to come home and I just burst into tears in front of my wife. I began to have thoughts that I couldn't control. I went to see the doctor and initially he couldn't diagnose what it was, but after a while they diagnosed that I was going through burnout. And it resulted in me taking 5.5 months off from church. It put me onto antidepressants, and it probably took me about 2 years to get back fully functioning again. What led to it is interesting. I think it was a number of things. I was burning the candle at both ends. I not only was involved in leadership of the church, I was running a number of trusts, and I thought that I could do it all. Secondly, my spiritual tanks were empty. The frightening thing was when I woke up after I'd come through this burnout, I recognized that my spiritual tanks were just empty and I needed to develop a rhythm of life that worked and helped me to keep that tank full. Thirdly, I recognized that I hadn't told anybody. I'd kept it to myself, and therefore if people could have stepped in earlier, it probably would have saved me. But interesting enough, it's the worst thing that happened to me and it's the best thing that happened to me. It's worse for obvious reason, and it's best because it drew me closer to God, and my view of who God was and is changed after that experience.